My husband's request changed everything. I never thought I would hear those words come from the man I loved, trusted, and built a life with. The night he made his demand, I was left shaken, questioning who he truly was, and more importantly, who I had become. It started like any other evening. We were at home, dinner was done, and the mundane rhythm of our lives played out. But that night, his eyes had a strange intensity. As I poured myself a glass of wine, he walked over and placed his hand on mine. "Can we talk?" he said, his tone unusually serious. My heart skipped a beat. When your partner asks for a conversation like that, you brace yourself for the worst. Divorce, infidelity, something catastrophic. But nothing could have prepared me for what he was about to say. "I've been thinking," he began, sitting across from me, "and I want to try something different, something outside of our comfort zone." My mind raced. What could he mean? A vacation? A new hobby? But his expression, a mix of hesitation and determination, told me it was something deeper. "I want us to..." He paused, searching for the right words. "Invite others into our marriage." The room spun. "What?" I whispered, unsure if I had heard him correctly. "I've been reading, researching," he continued, his voice steady, but his eyes avoiding mine. "Some couples find it liberating, exploring with others. It's about trust, connection, and breaking boundaries." I stared at him, unable to speak. This wasn't a casual suggestion. This was a paradigm shift, a seismic shift in everything I thought our relationship stood for. "You mean," I finally managed to say, "you want to share me?" He nodded. "And I'd share myself too. It's mutual, equal. I think it could make us stronger." Stronger? The word felt absurd, hollow. My mind flooded with questions. Did he find me lacking? Was he bored? Or was this something he'd wanted all along and never had the courage to admit? That night, I couldn't sleep. His words replayed in my head. I had always thought our marriage was built on a foundation of love and loyalty. But now, cracks were forming, threatening to shatter everything. What would this do to us? What would it do to me? The following day, I decided to confront him. "Why now?" I asked, my voice trembling. "Why would you even suggest this?" He sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I love you," he said. "But I also think there's more to love than just this. I want us to grow, to explore together." "Together?" I snapped. "Or is this just your excuse to sleep with other women?" He flinched but didn't deny it. Instead, he said, "It's about experiences, not replacements. I want to share this journey with you, not apart from you." I didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or scream. Part of me wanted to storm out and never look back. But another part, the part that still loved him, wanted to understand. "What exactly are you asking me to do?" I finally said. His face lit up, hopeful. "Just meet them, no pressure. Let's take it one step at a time." "Them?" The word felt foreign on my tongue. "3 friends of mine," he admitted. "They've agreed to join us, if you're comfortable." I froze. 3? This wasn't just stepping out of my comfort zone. This was leaping into the unknown. And yet, I agreed to meet them. Not because I wanted to, but because I needed to understand the man my husband had become. The night of the meeting, my nerves were frayed. They arrived together, 3 towering figures, each exuding confidence and charm. They greeted me politely, but their eyes lingered, sizing me up. I felt exposed, vulnerable, like prey under a predator's gaze. "So, this is Lisa," one of them said, his deep voice sending shivers down my spine. "You're even more beautiful than he described." I forced a smile, unsure how to respond. My husband watched, his expression unreadable. Did he feel pride, jealousy, regret? As the evening progressed, I found myself caught in a whirlwind of emotions. The conversation was light at first, but the undercurrent of tension was palpable. They asked about my life, my interests, my boundaries. It felt invasive, yet strangely intoxicating. Was this what he wanted? To see me desired by others? To push me to the edge and see if I'd fall? By the end of the night, I was exhausted. When they left, my husband turned to me, his eyes searching mine. "What do you think?" he asked. I didn't answer. I couldn't. Instead, I retreated to our bedroom, locking the door behind me. My mind was a battlefield, torn between love and betrayal, trust and doubt. Days turned into weeks, and the tension between us grew. He didn't press the issue, but his silence spoke volumes. I knew he was waiting for an answer, a decision that could either bind us together or break us apart. Finally, one evening, I confronted him. "You want the truth?" I said, my voice trembling. "I hate this. I hate that you would even suggest it, and I hate that you've made me question everything about us." His face fell. "Lisa, I never meant to hurt you. I thought it would bring us closer." "Closer?" I snapped. "You've pushed me so far away I don't even recognize us anymore." He reached for me, but I pulled back. "Maybe this is who you are," I said, tears streaming down my face. "But it's not who I am, and it's not who I want to be." In that moment, I saw the realization dawn in his eyes. He had gambled with our love and lost, and as much as it hurt, I knew I couldn't stay. Not like this. Leaving him was the hardest thing I've ever done. But it was also the most liberating. I found myself again, the woman I was before the doubts, before the betrayal. And while the scars remain, they serve as a reminder of my strength, my resilience. Sometimes love isn't enough, and sometimes walking away is the bravest thing you can do.